Hey there friends, Foster the Canadian here. Welcome back to Fridays with Foster, which is a weekly series in which you guys send in your questions, you send in stories, I give you my take on them, I try to answer your questions as best I can. And this week, about the gameplay, I really have nothing to say about it, and that's mostly because at the point that I'm recording this right now, I don't know what's on your screen, so future me will take care of that for you. Anyway, on to story number 1. Alright, so I'm going to be doing something that I haven't actually done in a few weeks, and that is put up some responses from you guys. Now, a lot of the time when I answer questions or give advice, people take their time to respond to me and let me know how that went, and I really appreciate that, so I thought I'd put a few in here. And let's start with the first response. Hello again, Mr. Foster the Canadian. I just wanted to thank you. I sent in a story a few weeks ago asking what I should do to get boys to stop harassing me on my way home from school, and you suggested that I get some friends to walk home with. I knew there were sisters that lived by me, and asked if they'd want to walk home with me. Not only did them walking home with me stop the boys from following, but I've become good friends with them, and we now hang out more often. So thank you very much for your answer. P.S. Maybe don't do as many questions about girlfriend problems or poo on the show. Just saying. Alright, well, right off the bat, I'm really glad that my advice could help you, but as far as not doing as many questions about girlfriend problems or poo, that's the bread and butter of Fridays with Foster, as weird as that sounds to say. That's pretty much 90% of what I get in. And if you guys have a story about poo, or if you have girlfriend problems, please, by all means, send them in. Okay, all silliness aside, it's really nice to see every now and then people do take my advice and it works out. This next story, however, that didn't happen. Let's move on to it. Hey man, a couple of months ago, I sent you in a question asking what I should do about my friends who normally just do pot, but started doing harder drugs, and you were right when you said that I already knew what answer you were going to give me. I didn't take the advice though. I joined in with them. It's hard for me to even type this right now because I feel like such crap for that decision. I don't want to sound like I blame you because I would have done it either way. My mind was made up that day. I have changed. It was only a couple months ago, but I already hate myself. I used foresight like you said, but didn't see it like this, so quick. So I did E, ecstasy, and acid. And that's when a friend brought up heroin. We found someone who would sell us some last week, and now I don't know what to do. I come to you again this time. I promise that I will take your advice. Please, Foster, what do I do now? I want things to go back to the way they were last time I sent you a question. What can I do now? Alright, this is easily the heaviest story sent in Fridays with Foster, and I almost don't know how to answer it, but I'm going to do the best I can. Now, if you guys don't remember, I think it was Fridays with Foster 10. It was the long episode that I did. I tried to give this guy advice, and he asked me what he should do. And I told him to find a new group of friends, get away from them. They're going to drag him down with them. And it looks like they did just that. But even worse, I didn't even think that it would get like this quick. I honestly thought he'd take the advice because I knew that he would know what I was going to say, and I thought that would be what he picked. But I'm not going to say that, you know, you screwed up, now I'm not going to help you, blah 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 blah. I know it's hard to see this right now, but there can be a light at the end of the tunnel. Now, you promised that you'd listen to me this time. I really, really hope that's true. But it is not going to be easy at all. What I'm going to ask you to do is going to be probably one of the most difficult things that you're going to have to do, but it's going to make your life a lot better, and it's going to hopefully help get you out of this situation that I know you don't want to be in. There's no way you want to be in this situation. You know, you said it was hard just to type it, and even for me it was hard just to read it because I felt bad for you. I really want you to succeed. I really wish you didn't get yourself in this situation, but what you need to do to get yourself out is get help. Now, I'm not saying, you know, before you turn away and go, well, this isn't going to help, Listen to me. Go to your parents, go to a counselor at school. The fact that you're in high school makes this a ton easier. If you were on your own, this would be one hell of a difficult hole to climb out of, but because you have that support group around you, you're going to be able to get out of this if you really try hard, and you're going to want to really go for it. You're going to have to want it. You're going to have the drive and the passion to get out of this situation. And everyone is going to help you. People aren't going to sit there. They're not going to be judging you. They're not going to be angry at you. They're going to want to help you, just like I want to help you. Man, I'm not mad at you at all. I want to extend my hand out to try to help you. There's just nothing I can do except give you this advice. You need to go to your school counselor, maybe a teacher. You need to go to someone, your parents first off. They are probably going to be your best support. You need to go to your parents, you need to go to your counselor, you need to say, I have a problem, I really need help. I need your help. Help me get out of this. And I know that there are lots of places that you can go for this. There are a lot of groups that you can join that will help you get over this. But what you need to do right now is you need to see your friends and you need to get rid of them. You need to look at who they are and who you are and say to yourself, I don't need that anymore. They have to be out of your life. They have to be out of your life. Listen to me. I'm getting serious now. If they're in your life and they don't get clean and you do, even if you all get clean together, one person is all it takes to go back to it and all of you are back on the drugs. You have to get away from them. You have to go to your support groups. You have to get your help. And you can get out of this, and I really wish the best of luck to you, man. I don't want to see you in this kind of situation. I really believe that, you have the want and the ability, and you're in a situation in high school right now where you have the ability to get yourself out of this hole before it becomes a canyon. And, I can say use foresight, which I did before, and, I don't think I need to. This is how you are right now after a couple months. Imagine years. Imagine where you're going to be years from now. It's just going to get worse and worse for you if you don't get the help you need now. And I know I've sort of gone on a bit long with this one. I just really want to hammer home. You need to go get the help. You need to lose those friends, and you can do it, man. I believe in you. I think, everyone watching this knows what I'm saying is true. That you can get out of this if you have that support group, and you do have a support group. No matter where you live in North America, there are places that you can go to try to get out of this, especially if you're in public school or, private school, whatever. If you're in school, basically, you have the ability and the people around you to get out of this, and that's what you need to do. So, best of luck to you, and I really hope it works out. Alrighty, friends, so let me know what you guys feel about me putting responses in the video. I really think it's interesting because you get to take a look at what happens after the video and after I've given someone advice or responded to their question, and I really find that interesting, but I'm not so sure on how you guys feel about it. So please let me know in the comment section. If you like it, I'll do more like it. Maybe not an entire episode where all I do are responses, because it was a little short. But I'd really like to hear your guys' opinion, because Fridays with Foster is about you. And speaking of that, if you have a story, please send it in for next week. And you may be in the next episode of Fridays with Foster. Now, instead of saying if you like this episode, you can click the annotation to watch last week's episode, which you can because it's in the playlist right now. I'd like to give you guys a chance to check out a series that you may not be as familiar with, which is Foster's Mind. Now, the last episode of Foster's Mind I did, episode 16, I felt was by far the best episode. It had a lot of exploration, a lot of references, a lot of cool things, and I think it would be a great starter if you check that out. If you like the series, let me know. And obviously there are 16 other episodes, or 15 other episodes. This is number 16. I have recorded the 17th episode though, so check it out. And until next time, this is Foster the Canadian, saying see ya.